Hi, I'm Bill Edmonds. I'm going to run through some of the steps that you need to take to set up and join one of our Zoom meetings at the Computer Club. So let's start with some of the first steps that you'll need to do to log in to our Zoom program. Let's look at the Zoom video conferencing program and how the Computer Club has been using it to host different training seminars and get-togethers on air with our members. The Zoom video conferencing program has been set up so that we can tie together up to 100 members at a time for video conferencing. Let's look at those individual steps right now. First of all, we recommend that you go to the website for the Computer Club. At the website, then choose the member login section. Once you've logged into the section with your login name and password, then we recommend that you choose the next Zoom event. By choosing that, then you will see the upcoming Zoom events that we have for the Computer Club. By choosing the one that you're interested, and we would recommend that you join maybe 5 or 10 minutes earlier before the program starts, so there's a couple of things, video and audio, that you can set up so you can be ready when the program begins. Again, you would choose the connection for that particular seminar. Here I've chosen the one that's coming up on April 1st at 1:30 p.m. Now, two other things that we recommend. First of all, that you automatically use the Zoom USA app. If you don't have the app loaded on your iPad, phone, or desktop, you can quickly go to the internet to Zoom US and then load the particular app that would work for your system. I've already loaded the Zoom US app on my computer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select Allow and tap on that. What that has done, it's now got me to the Zoom program. Since the host hasn't started it yet, you'll see this little waiting area. In other words, it says the host will be starting the meeting. It tells you the time and what the program is called. If you select the Test Computer Audio section, that takes you to a settings area where you can set and test your speaker levels and your microphone levels. So let's go through that setup real quick. Once you've selected Test Computer Audio, it pulls up this setting screen. Right now it's set for audio. And as you can see, as I'm talking, my microphone is showing the level or the volume level that I'm talking at. The first thing you want to do is test your speaker. By tapping this, it'll play a sound, a background sound, and you can check and see if the volume level is high enough or low enough for you. The adjustment for that is right here. So if I drop it down, the volume comes down, and you can see just barely any type of movement on the speaker level. If I bring it up to the level that is appropriate, I can hear a good sound of my output, audio speaker output on my headphones. Just below that is the test microphone. There I can tap test microphone, do a testing 1, 2, 3, or whatever you want to say, and it will play it back for you. So you can see what level you're at. Again, if you need to make volume level changes, you just adjust them here. So bringing it down brings that level down, bringing it up, again, increases the volume. What you want to do is have in the green, in other words, a microphone volume level that is loud enough so that everybody can hear. One other thing that this particular audio setting area has is it automatically adjusts microphone volume. What you might want to do is go ahead and just tap that. What that does, it adjusts your microphone level to a normal or mid-range audio. You can see it coming down just a little bit as it's adjusting the audio as I speak. I would not recommend using this automatic adjust microphone volume if you're playing any music or have a presentation that has music. In that case, I would leave it where you manually set that level for audio. So again, these are the two areas, primary areas that you want to adjust before. And as I said before, it's probably best to join maybe about 5 or 10 minutes before the meeting starts so that you can adjust your speaker level and adjust your microphone level appropriately. A couple other things here that you may want to check as well, and let's go through some of the other settings. The first general setting, I would go ahead and leave most of it as it comes and its normal default level. You may want to adjust a couple little items here, but unless you have a dual monitor or something special, the automatic default settings works very well for you. The next section is the video section. There you can see a picture of yourself. There's a couple of things that I think are important to do. First of all, there is a mirror my video. If you tap that, it reverses the mirror video. Maybe to get a better understanding of that, I'm going to jump over to virtual background and put no virtual background. So now when I'm setting my audio of that mirror setting where it reverses, it is much easier for me to reference like the pictures on the back or the bed area here. Again, it seems normal to you. The disadvantage of having that mirror my video is if you have something that you want to show that has words printed on it, such as this, and it says user guide. When I have it in a non-selected mirror my video, it shows the proper direction or readability of the words. If I switch it to mirror my video, you'll see that the words are backwards. So again, this setting here, mirror my video, basically is for you if you want to reference something on the back wall, or if you have some things that you want to display and have it the print in the right direction. The next little selection is touch up my appearance. Now what this does is it takes your camera and it softens the picture a little bit. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer. I'm going to put my virtual background back in there. So I've got my background in and I'm back to video. And if you look real closely, you can see that when I click the touch up my video, the video and the camera actually softens its focus, so it's not as sharp. It doesn't show all the details. This is up to you to decide if you want to use the touch up my appearance button or not. I choose not to bring it in. Same thing as I don't usually mirror my video as well. There's some other settings, but again, I think the default settings here seem to work out well for everybody. We already talked about the audio, the screen share. If you're doing some screen sharing where you're the host, you can have these selections or choose whatever is appropriate. The chat, the video conferencing also allows you that as the conferencing is going on, you can chat back and forth between the participants or chat to all of the participants. Where this comes in handy with a chat, and I will show you that chat in a second, is if you wanted to add some questions or comments while somebody is doing a presentation. It would be a way to ask your question without interrupting that particular speaker at that time. So you can use it back and forth from communications from one person to another or communications to the entire group without actually speaking. The next, and you've seen this before, I've tapped into it a couple of times, but this is the virtual background. It allows you to either choose none, which means it shows the actual background in the room or in the situation where you are running your video conference, or it has some pre-selected backgrounds that you can choose, deciding which one works best for you. I've actually loaded a picture or photograph that I had. And as you can see, I can add this from this plus button. So if I hit the plus button, I can add an image. I can also add a video. The videos, if you look down here, you'll see a little movie camera on the picture. If I tap on that, that's an actual video that is running. It runs again completely in cycle. So you have a little bit of a background of the palm trees swaying, the sea and the waves coming in, etc. There are several different videos you can do. You can also load your own video if you'd like. So if I tap on this particular video background, now you have a video that I actually videotaped, and it'll again run in the background. The key factor that I would say with any of your backgrounds or pictures, especially if it is a movie background, you don't want something that's moving rapidly behind you or distracting the viewer as you're talking. So either a static photograph works out well, or a looped video that is not too intrusive, not too much movement, so it seems more natural in the background. All right, from virtual background, you go to recordings. Now, this is something that you may take note, especially if you're hosting any video, Zoom video conferences. If you buy the like the Pro or the premium plans that Zoom has, they do have iCloud storage where you can record your conference and it'll put it into that iCloud storage or cloud storage. The problem with that is it's limited. And especially if you're running a presentation that's a half an hour or an hour or even longer, there's not enough cloud storage space to hold your entire presentation. Another option for that is what I've done here. If you look, I can select where I want to store the recordings. So instead of selecting the cloud storage, I've actually selected a location on my computer. Here I have much more storage, much more capability to record the entire program and then play it back later. The other options here are, again, some options that you may want to choose. Again, I've used all the default settings on this recording area. The next section is a profile, and I would recommend that you would at least go in and edit your profile. It's nice you can add a still picture, or if you do not add a picture, it'll place your name across the screen, and I'll show you that when we go to another section where you can stop your video being fed and just have a still picture. I would put in your name, your email account. If you are getting a Pro or you're doing some special charging, you can put some cost factors in there. But I would say if you're looking at using Zoom just to get in to join us for these Computer Club programs and not purchasing a program that would cost you X amount per month, I would not put up any information on your charging, etc. in that. So basically just place a picture, a phone number, and your email account in the settings. The other three items, statistics, keyboard shortcuts, and accessibility, I mean, use it if you feel like you need it. I personally just left them at their default settings. So again, this is the settings section that comes on. So you can do all of this before the meeting begins. Again, I recommend getting on about 5 or 10 minutes before the meeting starts. You can make all these adjustments. Some adjustments you'll make once and then you won't change it. Others, like an audio or video adjustment, you want to make maybe every time that you join in, at least check it out to make sure that it's working for you. Well, that gives you a brief look at the controls and the options you have with the Zoom video conferencing program. I hope this has been informative for you, and the next time you join, you can set your audio, set your video, and also join in on some of the features that Zoom video conferencing has. Thank you very much for joining us today. See you soon.